Hey everyone, in this video we are taking an image and completely transforming it by adding glow effect in Photoshop. We will be tackling everything like color grading and lighting techniques as well. Get ready to learn some powerful Photoshop skills. The download link to this image is available in the description. Now we need to cut this person out of the background. To do that, just select the layer, go to any selection tool and press select subject. Now we need to bring this image. The exact link to this image is also available in the description. It looks good, but it doesn't look realistic. If you look down here, it doesn't really seems like he is standing in the ground. So what we can do for this is just increase the image size from the bottom like this. Now as you can see, it looks much more like he is standing right there. Once you're done, pay close attention to where the light is falling on this person. So it's coming from right side. As you can see, it is falling on this side. Here we can see more shadows, but we can see there is a main light on the background image that is coming from the wrong direction, so that we need to flip this. All you have to do is press Ctrl T to go into transform mode, then right click and press flip horizontal. Now as you can see, this matches more. Now the colors are not matching at all. If you zoom in, you can see more of reds. Even on this blue right here, there are reds all over here. So we have to color balance. We can do this manually or we can use the matcher tool for this. Let's color balance this more manually. So select the layer and apply levels or curves. I'm just going to go to levels, and all you have to do is hold down the Alt button and click on auto. So we are going to find dark and light colors from this image. So for the shadows, choose a blue, okay, a very dark blue like this. And for the midtones, also choose a grayish blue like this would be cool. Now for the highlight as well, you're going to choose a very bright blue like this, very bright blue. Once you're done, all you have to do is press OK. So let us hold down Alt in between these two layers and one press. That means it is going to create the clipping mask. Now the change is only applied to this person's image, to our model. Now if you look closely, now the color is balanced, but it doesn't still look more matching, is because if you look at the shadows are way too dark in the background image. But if you look at the shadows here, they are not so dark. Especially right here, you can see this is not dark enough. So very simple. For the same levels layer, just double click on this icon. Now all you have to do is reduce this slider, put it to lower number. You just have to increase this number until you see the shadows are becoming more dark, like pitch black. That's really cool. Now if you check, now this image is more blending with the background. Now you just have to hit that blue light on this side of the body. To do that, it's very simple. All we have to do is, but for now, better to select these two and merge them, which is not really recommended. But anyway, let us select these two and press Ctrl E so that it will get merged. Now I also want you to take one more copy of this, select this copy and zoom in right here. You just have to double click here, okay? Double click here, and then we are going to edit the blend if. I'm just going to move this to a side. You can see we are working on the current layer. I want the blacks of this layer to be reduced, and I want the highlights of this layer to stay. So all we have to do is do this. Now as you can see, all the dark parts of the image is reducing, and I want to keep the whites. I don't want to do this, then the whites would get removed. Keep in mind. Now this is not smooth, as you can see. If you need this to be much more smooth, all you have to do is hold down Alt and click drag to break this. Now when you pull this back, so as you can see, it is becoming more softer. So all I'm doing is I will just click drag it until I can remove all the blacks, and I just want to keep only the highlights area of this image. I think now we can see we have kept most of the highlight parts of the image. Once you are done, press OK. Now you have something like this. You only have the highlights of this person. That's really good. Now we have to convert this to a selection. To do that, if you hold on Control and one click on this, it will not select only the highlights. It will select you the entire image. To do this, you just have to convert this to a smart object. So I will right click and press convert to smart object. Now when you hold down Control and when you click on this thumbnail, it is going to select only the highlights. But for now, we are just going to press Ctrl D and deselect it for a while. and also hide this for a while because that's not useful for now. Now let us select the first layer and apply a hue saturation so that I can give some colors. I'm going to change this, but notice how the colors of the entire image changes, the dress and all. It's not even, not a single color. Therefore we have to press colorize. Now you can only see one single color. Also remember to press this create clipping mask and then increase this, and this one should be, now if you select a blue like this, now as you can see this blue and this blue is not matching, so you just have to move this until you can match these two blues. I think I'm good with this, maybe a little more to the other side. Now this is all looking cool. Yeah, not to increase the lightness to all the way up, as you can see it doesn't look more realistic. Let us leave it at 0 itself. Now here's the fun part. Now as you can see this color is entirely applied for this entire image. So let us select this and press Ctrl I, so it will get inverted. Now all you have to do is hold down Ctrl and click right here. Now what we are going to do is we are going to take this white that is in the background. Okay, make sure this is white. So we are going to take this white and apply it to this mask. To do that, the shortcut key is Ctrl and Delete button. Now as you can see we have taken the white and applied it right here. As you can see now this color is only applied to where the highlights are. If I just move it around, you can see something like this, which is really cool. Now if you need to bump this up furthermore, this doesn't feel enough blue on his face. If you want to, just hold down Control and click on this, select the mask, take the brush tool, and you're going to fill it with white color. So get it white. I'll increase the size of the brush, and then all I'm doing is just painting only on the edge, especially only on the edge. Right now we have added more of those blue. At this point you just have to make more edits so that everything will blend in and mix in and match more clearly. To do this, we'll do one by one. Select this layer, apply another hue saturation, colorize, and give that same blue. And this time I'm going to increase the lightness a bit and press Ctrl I to invert this. Take your brush tool and you just have to increase the size of the brush and paint closely only on the edge. Right here as well. This side as well I will paint a little bit because you can see the buildings and even on the reflections of the flow is more blue. So we just have to click drag a little bit on this side. Now I'll also focus on the hair right here. I will add more blue to the hair. Yeah, that is looking good. Now on the other side as well I have to do the same thing. So one more time you just go to hue saturation, but this time notice this color, it's more like a cyan blue, so remember that. So let me press colorize. We want more of that cyan looking blue. Yeah, something like this blue is already looking good, but we just have to put this above every other layer. So let us put it above every other layer. Select this, Control I to invert, get the brush tool. If this is black, you're going to select white here and then paint only on the areas that you need. I'm thinking a little bit there as well, a little bit right here, not too much there, a little bit here as well. Now here the flow as well is cyan, so let's take that cyan and apply more here. Now as you can see it blends in more realistically. Now I'm going to add one more touch to make this even more realistic. Again you have to do the same thing, hue saturation. This time we are going to fill it with red like this. Once you're done, press Ctrl I, and remember this should be the clipping mask as well. So create that, the clipping mask there. So this should be the clipping mask to this as well. So that hold on Alt and one click there. Now Ctrl I, take the brush tool, and we are just going to paint some reds here like that on this side as well. Okay, that's looking cool, but I'm going to reduce this a bit more down because I feel like that is way too much. So on one side of the face I would like to paint more shadows. So let's try this. Let us go to curves this time. Let us reduce this so that one side of the face will become more darker like this, and then I have to press Ctrl I to invert this. But before that, remember the clipping mask, Ctrl I to invert this, get the brush tool and only paint on one side. We'll see how it goes. I need this area right here to be more dark as well. So wherever you feel should be more dark. So I'll just paint like this, then I will reverse the color and then paint more blacks here as well. Somewhere here in the middle it can be more darker, even right here, even on top of the hand it can be more darker, because as you can see most of the colors are coming on both the sides. We doesn't really know what is happening in front of this image because we can't see, but our eyes will believe only what it sees. So most of the lights are coming from both of this side. Therefore let's make the center more dark, but only up here one side of the face more dark. Now as you can see, it suddenly adds more depth or realism, but it's way too much. Let us reduce it and increase it only a little bit, not too much. Now I'm thinking I like the way how down here it was fully dark, so let me just take one more copy and increase the opacity of that. Now we are just going to remove the face part here. So I need to get the black color brush and then remove only on the face right here. Now this will get affected only to the down part of the body. I'll also reduce its opacity maybe a little bit. Now let us make this more cool looking by selecting this image, go to filter, but before that the lens blur will not work if this is set to a smart object. As you can see, it's grayed out. So remember to rasterize this layer. Once you're done, go again to filter, blur, lens blur. Now since this is a very high resolution image, it might take some time to load. All you have to do is make sure that the radius is set to a higher number, and also threshold. This is also very important. So you can keep most of the settings as my one. Let us press OK. Now this looks even more cool because now we are focusing only on our subject. If you see here, some light is hitting on top of the nose, but the light is directly behind him. So most of the time it is going to hit only on the sides, not in the front. So let us make this look more believable. So you're going to find that layer which gives that blue, which is this. I'm going to select it. B for brush tool. I'm going to do the adjustments. I know it looks still weird and odd. We have to do the final touch. That is create a new layer on top of every layer and then go to image and then go to apply image and press OK. Now we have all these effects on this single layer. Select that layer and go to filter and then camera raw filter. Now we are just going to increase the exposure. As you can see already this looks really cool because it was a lot darker. Now you can mess with the contrast to overdo this, but I don't think I can overdo this. But as soon as I reduce this furthermore down, as you can see, this becomes more realistic because a good image will look like this, not like this. That's the whole reason. So if you want this to look more believable, then reduce the contrast as much as you can. Not all the way, but somewhere here would be fine, I guess. But most of you also will like to, improve this, but I'm not going to do that. Let me check. The highlights right here is way too much, so that I can reduce this a bit so that I can see more of the blue. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to reduce this until I can see most of the blue, and then the shadows. I'm going to make this overall, I think I'm going to increase the shadows, not reduce it, but increase it a little bit, not too much, a little bit. Then maybe increase the whites a bit, not too much, but somewhere here would be cool. I'm also going to overall set the blacks to not too dark, but somewhere around here would be cool. Now anyway, we are not going to go for more of a realistic effect, but more like a fantasy effect. Once you're done, you just press OK. Another thing, you can try all of this if you want to, but I'm thinking I will mess with the temperature a bit as well. So if you see, the skin color is now more red. It has more of red. I don't like that. So I'm going to just increase the temperature here so that the skin tones look more realistic now. So maybe a little bit to this side. I'm also going to slightly put the tint more towards green a little bit. Once you're done, press OK. Now you can see all of a sudden this looks super cool. This was the before and after. If you have watched up to this part of the video, that means I am guessing you liked this video. Therefore, please hit that like button and subscribe. I will see you on another video.